Do you know skill sets that every man should master? The modern man must be able to shift between diplomat and warrior fluidly. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 manly skills that you need to master to truly call yourself a man. Number 1, you need to have a defensive mindset and be able to defend yourself. The world can be a dangerous place, regardless of where you live, what you do, or who you are. There are people who may want to harm you, your family, and your community. Hopefully, none of you have to experience this in life, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Having a defensive mindset comes down to being able to defend yourself. I'm not just talking about weapons or martial arts. A defensive mindset starts with always being observant, ready for any challenge that you may face. The first step is to minimize distractions. Don't let texting, phone calls, or other activities shift your focus from what's happening around you. A study out of Harvard found that your visual processing ability drops by around 30% while talking. Always be aware of your surroundings and focus on the details when you're out and about. The second step is being able to defend yourself and others. Take up martial arts. If you're trying to figure out what martial arts you want to learn, do your research. Understand that each martial art focuses on different skill sets, and some may not help you as much with self-defense. Whatever you choose to defend yourself, become the best you can be at it. Number 2, you need to really listen to others. Listening is one of the most critical skills, has a significant impact on your career effectiveness and the quality of your relationships with others. Today, too many people listen to respond rather than listen to understand. There is a lag between what you hear and what you understand. This lag could be anywhere from a few seconds to a minute, depending upon the individual. During that lag time, you start to listen to yourself and not to the other person. As a result, your comprehension plummets. This is where confirmation bias comes from. You tend to pick out facts or aspects of a conversation that support your pre-existing beliefs or perceptions. You must learn to listen actively. Active listening is when you make a conscious effort to hear the words that another person is saying and interpret the complete message they are communicating. To do this, you must do the following. Don't judge, just listen. Don't jump to conclusions or interrupt. Listen for the overall picture. Note nonverbal communications. All of these concepts are very important, especially the first 2. In today's culture, people are too quick to judge and paint with a broad brush. Just because someone holds a particular concept or ideology doesn't make them a horrible person. While there are exceptions, such as racism or bigotry, don't judge a person too quickly. Number 3, you need to understand what's actually important in your life. You have to understand what's actually essential in your life. That's an important distinction. Your life is different from others. What you value the most will be different as well. The first step is to determine what things you value the most in your life. Take 4 or 5 examples as a starting point to model and structure the life you want. When you consciously make these choices, you remind yourself of what things in your life you cannot live without. These things represent the backbone of your life, so choose wisely. The next step is to look at your calendar, assess the way you use your time. Imagine your day is cut in half. Instead of 24 hours, you have 12. Evaluate which things in your day are absolutely necessary to you and can fit into that time frame. Then, make sure they match the backbone you made in the first step. Ask yourself, do you spend too much time online or on your phone? Decrease your consumption and instead receive necessary information from a reputable source or 2 once a day. Don't fall into the trap of being afraid that you will miss out on something if you aren't always in touch. Number 4, you need to achieve financial maturity. Financial maturity means that you've taken the necessary steps that lead you into financial adulthood. This allows you to live a more financially secure and independent life and shouldn't be confused with financial independence or security. Financial independence is having enough assets and making enough money to support you and your family without working. Financial security is the confidence that you'll remain stable in your current financial situation, no matter what happens with the economy. To achieve financial maturity, you need to educate yourself about personal finances. Start with basics. debt, savings, cash flow, budget, and expenses. Start to watch and learn about the changes in the job market, lending trends, cost of living, stock market health, and interest rates for savings, mortgages, and credit cards. After you learn more about finances, you need to prepare yourself for anything. Set up an emergency fund, retirement savings, and insurance. All of these are ways of paying it forward to develop and build your overall wealth. Lastly, you need to learn financial discipline. Setting up ways to build your wealth is great, but if you don't follow through with your plan, they're all worthless. You need to develop self-control to prevent yourself from irresponsible spending. This mindset will help you cement good financial behavior. Don't buy anything until after you have paid into the funds and savings you have created. Number 5, you need to become self-reliant. I want you to ask yourself a question. Could you survive alone? I mean, completely alone. Isolate yourself from everyone else. Would you be able to support yourself? While this is a grim picture, it alludes to the fact that you need self-reliance. For example, can you change a tire? Or do you need to call your insurance for roadside assistance? While this is a small way you can become self-reliant, it's essential to take stock of the little everyday skills you can learn that you rely on others for. Learn how to make small repairs around the house instead of calling someone to do them for you. This adds more manly skills to your tool belt. Self-reliance transcends physical acts as well. To become genuinely self-reliant, you need to dig deep inside of yourself and make some changes. You need to think independently. Simply put, if you believe in something and consider it holds merit after thinking it through, nothing should hold you back from voicing it with confidence. You must also embrace your individuality. You're different from everyone else, and nothing is wrong with that. Don't try to be someone else. Be your best self. Number 6, you must never lose your curiosity. Do you remember when you were a child and everything was interesting to you and you questioned everything? Much to the chagrin of your parents, you would always ask why. Over time, life wears down on you. Not only is it easy to become unhappy, but it's easy to lose curiosity about everything. You have to hold on to your curiosity. Asking why is one of the most powerful manly skills that you have at your use. By asking why, you're seeking the real reasons behind something. This allows you to gain more knowledge and form new ideas. Change is necessary for evolution. By leveraging the power of why, you're able to think more analytically and forge a wiser path through life. Number 7, you need to accept yourself for who you are. You're human. Away from being an abstract word distinguishing yourself from other animals, being human means you're not perfect. Part of the human condition is growing and changing. Along the way, you will make mistakes. No one is perfect. It's easy to put yourself down, but you have to accept yourself for who you are. While self-improvement is absolutely necessary, you must identify and focus on your positive qualities rather than concentrate on the qualities you feel negatively about. Maintaining a positive focus will not only help you better accept yourself, but it'll also make it easier for you to attain your goals by utilizing your talents to boost yourself forward. You have to be careful with negative thinking as it can snowball, engulfing your time and energy. It's okay to have negative thoughts about yourself. Every once in a while, don't overly dwell on them. Accept your imperfections instead of dwelling on them. For instance, if you have freckles, you can't change that unless you want to spend a lot of money on plastic surgery. Accept your freckles and embrace them. Focus on changing the things you can control, like your overall fitness and health. Knowing what manly skills you need in today's world can be challenging, to say the least. It's essential to pinpoint the best skill sets you need to know and master those as quickly as possible to become the best man you can be. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.